And that leads nicely, Alicia, to the question that we're asking everyone on this series. We're thinking maybe a bit more near term now. What are the 2 to 3 things that HR, really needs to do to add business value as we continue to hopefully come out of the pandemic?
Okay. I'll try and keep it to two or three. Three, I'll give you three. I'll take the max of that range. So for me, the first one, with skills and remote hybrid working and talent shortages and all of the complexity around talent, as I said, COVID's provided the opportunity where the business is feeling the impact of people uncertainty. So this is HR's prime time. It cannot squander this. So HR needs to leverage this power. It needs to rise to the call by being that transformation enabler, the catalyst for change, while balancing the fact that it is the custodian for people and bringing that socially responsible lens. So let's not just react to the whims of the business, but bring our functional integrity to the table. Secondly, it needs to push leaders to plan. I said earlier, most organisations don't even know the workforce they need today, let alone in 3 years. They're investing billions of dollars in people and related programs, and they're flying blind. They're so caught up in their problem of the day that they never step back and lift their gaze. And then they wonder why we're in this same situation a year later and the year after that. There's always going to be an urgent problem of the day, a fire to fight. But that short-sightedness amidst all the change and dynamism, that leads to disaster for HR, because this is where we see those reactive, short-term, knee-jerk decisions that destroy the very things that HR professes to care so much about: culture, engagement, employee experience. Things that take years to build can be wiped out in weeks or even days with a poorly timed hiring freeze or a reactive restructure or those blanket X% workforce layoffs. We can't just keep doing these same things again. And then finally, HR needs to adapt. This is not about organic capability growth for the function, because honestly, to speak frankly, the function's too far behind. It has to be serious about business acumen and data literacy. The reality is that order taking for the business is not commercial and strategic, driving good processes once others have decided what needs doing. No. It's always something that's amazed me about HR, and one of the reasons I first moved into the function from finance was that every other function around the org was using data and planning to make decisions. Finance, obviously, supply chain, procurement, ops, legal, marketing, but HR, usually the largest cost for an organisation, arguably the largest asset under its remit. Not so much. And so this is a step change for most HR functions, and the gap is widening as data and technology and the change is happening. It's exponential. So we can't just organically bumble away. We need to step change. And so HR functions need to look at, new professionals from other academic and professional backgrounds. And unfortunately, this is why we're seeing more and more CHROs from other parts of the business. It's time to get with the times. The ones that nail this, that get this right, they're being headhunted to be the next COO or the CEO. How cool is that?
In this series, we will be speaking to a range of senior leaders who are pushing a data-driven and digital HR agenda. Make sure that you subscribe via your podcast app of choice and also via our YouTube channel for free and regular interviews with the digital HR leaders of the future.